Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to refresh your bob. We're going to do some soft layers in the front, in the back. We're going to give you some volume, some really soft volume that is going to bring out your waves and just clean up your bob, make it look really nice and fresh. Look at how boring my hair looks. First thing is you need a really good pair of shears. Mine are from Migoto, a comb, mine is from Casio, a water spritzer. You're going to need a duckbill clip and a cape. Mine is from my friends at Hair Story. Okay, so I need to talk to you guys about New Wash. This is what I use to cleanse my hair. It's really important that you don't use shampoo. Look at how it brings out the waves, it brings out the shine, it brings out that natural beautiful wave. You're not going to get the same result with shampoo. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is going to remove the perimeter. We're going to clean up the ends. You're going to find the apex, which is the part where the comb is going to just sit on the curve of your hair, and you're going to make a T section from ear to ear, and we're going to section out the nape of the neck. Now we're just going to move away these big pieces. You want to split the hair in the back down the middle and then bring it forward just like I'm doing. You want to hold the hair between your index and your middle finger, and whatever hair is sticking out, all those stragglies, you just cut a straight line. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Take your time with this. If you're doing this alone, just take your time. I'm just gonna move away all of this hair because it's really getting in the way, and doing it by yourself can be quite challenging. Once we split it in the middle, you're gonna have a right and a left, so just work with whatever side works for you. Right now I'm working with my right side. This will do until you get to see your stylist. I'm going to curve the hair up, so I'm just going to take the middle part and then I'm going to cut a straight line, and what that does is it blends the two parts together because we cut them separately. So now we're going to bring them together. We're bringing down the next side. Same thing, hold the hair with your middle and your index finger and then cut a straight horizontal line. It's very, very simple. Usually we don't have a lot of layers or a lot of density at the top because the hair grows so differently. You are going to have a lot of stragglies that are just not going to be even. So that's why we're doing this refresh. Just keep moving towards the front of the hair and just get rid of any corners that you see. Now we're going to measure again, and I'm noticing that my left side is a little bit longer. So I'm going to hold on to it and comb it, hold on to it, and then just take that excess off. Keep it horizontal, keep it strong. Try to hold all of that hair really strongly between your fingers, and then just keep moving in sections. You don't have to take off a massive chunk all at once. I see a little bit of hair in the back that is almost impossible for me to get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freehand it. This is very normal. I do this in the salon as well when I work on client. Just freehanding sometimes is the best. And if you notice, we are doing this haircut dry because I want to see the waves. I want to see how it looks, and now it's looking really, really good. Now we're moving on to the front. And all we have to do is line up the back to the front, and it's okay if we go a little bit shorter in the front because that's kind of the look. I really like it when it bounces a little bit. So you can see right there all those stragglies. We're going to cut a straight line, and that little corner has been bothering me, so we're just going to line it up to the back. You just line up the front to the back. You can see that bounce. It's looking really good. Again, a little bit of freehanding, and it's looking good. Now we're moving on to the next side. I'm using the fine tooth comb part of the comb, and I can feel how much I need to cut off here. So I can tell it's about 2 millimeters. I like cutting this type of haircut dry because I can see how the hair sits, and also I really want to wear my hair naturally, so that's why I'm cutting it dry. I can feel there's one hair that's sticking out. Freehand it. It's okay. You can just pull the hair down and cut whatever you feel is sticking out. Shake it out, looks good. Now we're gonna take a section from temple to temple. We're gonna section off the top of the hair. We're gonna start removing weight in the back. This is my favorite part. I'm so excited. You're gonna open and close your scissors, and that is going to remove a lot of weight in the hair. If you have wavy hair, this is beautiful. I do this for my clients all the time. You open and close your scissors, and you're just taking up like about 1 inch to 2 inches away from the scalp. Don't be afraid if you're taking off a lot of hair. This is what's going to allow the waves to really push through each other and really bounce up, because the back is so dense. If you have a really dense, thick part of your hair in the back, you can keep doing this. My hair is healthy, so I'm not really worried about like creating any split ends or anything like that. And if your scissors are sharp, you're gonna be fine. And now I'm taking a triangle in the back of the hair. So just kind of like, as much as I could see, take out that little triangle because it's so dense back there. That's usually where the hair really falls flat and makes me look droopy. And just open and close your scissors until you remove all that weight. Shake it out, comb it out. And if you see any extra parts that are really heavy, just go in and just keep doing that. It's called slide cutting. Next section, we're doing exactly the same thing, open and close. And what you can do here is just kind of feel for wherever the hair is feeling heavy. If you're feeling any big waves or big curls that you want to cut through, this is an amazing technique. It's going to give you really beautiful wisps and give you like this kind of like ghost layers, and it's going to make your hair bounce up. But remember, we did make a very straight perimeter, so you're still going to have that blunt look. I love doing this for fine hair. You can honestly just wash and go after this. Now I'm taking a vertical section and doing exactly the same thing. So get creative with this and just make sure that your scissors are very sharp. Otherwise, you can end up hurting the hair and causing split ends. Now moving on to the next section, this is the crown. This is the part above your occipital bone, that curve in the back of our head. I'm just sculpting out some little wispy layers right at the top so that it doesn't feel flat. I'm doing the same thing up here. So I'm slide cutting the top. So all of that part that feels really thin and can be very fine for us, I'm just carving out that corner so it doesn't fall flat. And I just kind of keep going around the round of the head where I feel like it just needs a little bit more movement. You want to remove any parts that you've already cut and then move into the hair that just needs a little bit of shaping. Now we're moving to the front part of the head. You want to take a horizontal section, just like I'm doing here. Bring your hair forward, and that is going to give you, just what I did there, that's going to give you a layer. So I'm just point cutting in here. You can also do a straight cut, but I like point cuts because they just look more natural. So it's just going to give you that beautiful curve around the face. And then you're going to move on to the part of the temple down. So you're not going to connect it. It's okay if the part from the temple to your ear is a little bit shorter. Bring all of that hair forward. I like to take sections from the front towards the ear and then just keep lining it all up, or you can just take a massive section from behind the ear, bring it forward. You want to round it, kind of curve it out like this, and just keep lining it up, keep cutting horizontally. It's going to be so satisfying to remove all of those little pieces, and you can see I shake it out now and I'm loving the shape. The part in front of the ear, I'm also slide cutting just to give it a little bit of bounce. Now we're doing the bangs, so just a little triangle section in the front, and I'm just cutting it straight across. This is going to allow the hair to bounce up. So same thing as I did on my left side, I'm doing now on my right side. Same thing, just keep cutting vertically, remove any excess hair that you don't want. Sometimes we have more hair on one side than the other, so just be cognizant of that, just in case if you do have more hair on one side than the other, you just take off a little bit more hair on the thicker side. You want to move everything towards the center, hold the hair between your index finger and your middle finger, and you're curving it. You want a little bit of a curve. Now moving all of the hair up just like that and doing a few more layers in the front because I feel like I just didn't get enough layers in the front, and I'm removing that corner. And what that does is it really helps lighten up the load in the front so that it doesn't just fall flat. It's very soft. It's beautiful. We're doing the same thing on my right side. Again, just bring out the hair like this, and you can see why now it's so important to cut your hair dry. You can just see how the hair falls. And I don't recommend that you use shampoo just because it's going to poof out the hair way more than you need. We removed another corner. Now it is nice and fluffy, and I'm freehanding the front a little bit just because I feel like there's a few hairs that I needed to get. The front is so important. And the little piece in front of the ear, same thing, just slide cutting to give it a little bit more bounce. Now we're moving into the crown. Bring it forward and just cut into it. Give yourself some bouncy layers. Connecting it to both sides. bring it forward and just cut horizontally. I like point cutting because it looks so much more natural than just a straight blunt cut, and you don't get those choppy layers. So this is the result. It looks so cute. I love it. But to finish styling, I'm just spritzing it with a little bit of water, and you can see that the hair is kind of bouncing up now. I like to spritz all of my hair with water and then scrunch it. This really allows the curl to bounce. It allows the shine to come back in. It allows you to shape the curls how you want them. So I like to scrunch it just like this, lift it up at the roots. You're just kind of like massaging the hair. I grab my diffuser. This hair dryer is Gamma Pro. It's called Gamma Pro. It's from Italy. It is my absolute favorite hair dryer. It's so good. It's so powerful. And I use it on medium. You can use medium or low heat, or you can allow your hair to just simply air dry. I love air drying my hair, but I was trying to finish this video really quickly. This is the result. Look at how cute this looks. I have bangs, but not like bangs. I just have soft layers in the front. Look at those beautiful wispies on both sides. It really allows the hair to bounce up. You can use a dry shampoo. You can use some nice gritty powder to help your hair bounce up. Look at the back. It's so nice when you do slide cutting on fine hair. It is one of my favorite techniques to do to really bring out the waves in the hair. It's so beautiful. I feel so fresh. Enjoy your haircut. I hope this video helped. Make sure you check out the description for all of the links, and please make sure you use New Wash to get the same results. I'll see you in another video. Bye.